Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Doc GILMAC online tutorial, grade 7 mathematics tutorial. The topic I will be discussing for today's tutorial is all about subtracting integers. Before discussing the topic for today's tutorial, let's have first a warm-up drills. Add the following integers. Negative 15 plus 9. Yes, it's negative 6. Number 2, negative 8 plus negative 5. Okay, both are negative. So 8 plus 5 is 13. Copy the negative sign. So negative 13. Number 3, 11 plus negative 7 is 11 minus 7. So therefore, it's equal to 4. Negative 6 plus negative 12, they have the same sign. So 6 plus 12 is 18. Copy the negative sign. So we have negative 18. Number 5, 8 plus negative 17. Negative 17 have greater absolute value than positive 8. So 17 minus 8 is actually 9. So copy the sign of 17 sa negative 9. Number 6, 20 plus negative 14. Yes, that's equal to 6. Number 7, negative 16 plus 9. Again, the absolute value of negative 16 is greater than the absolute value of 9. So we have 16 minus 9 is 7. Then copy the sign of 16, which is negative. So therefore, we have negative 7. Number 8, negative 13 plus negative 11. We have the same sign. Yes, negative 24. Number 9, 22 plus negative 9. The absolute value of positive 22 is greater than the absolute value of negative 9. So 22 minus 9 is positive 13. And then number 10, 24 plus negative 31 is equal to negative 7. Okay? Now, let's have a simple recall. Simple warm-up drill. Explain the different ways it is possible to add two integers and get a negative answer. This was discussed to you last time. Number 1, if the two integers are both negative, you just add the two integers and copy their sign. So, therefore, you get a negative answer. Number 2, if the absolute value of the negative integer is greater than the absolute value of the positive integer, then you come up with a negative answer. So that are just the two different ways in getting a negative answer when adding two integers. When you subtract a positive integer, the difference is less than the original number. Therefore, you move to the left on the number line. To subtract a negative integer, you move to the right. Or you can also subtract an integer by adding its opposite. You can then use the rules for addition of integers. Take note, addition is the reverse process of subtraction. Consider the rules in subtracting two integers. In words, to subtract an integer, add its opposite. In numbers, for instance, 3 minus 7 is the same as 3 plus negative 7. Or just add the opposite of positive 7. 5 minus negative 8, okay, is equal to 5 plus 8. In algebra, if the two integers is denoted by a and b, so we have a minus b is just the same as a plus negative b. A minus negative b is just equal to a plus b. So take note of that. Now let's have an illustrative example number 1. 4 minus negative 7. Add the opposite of negative 7. So we have 4 plus 7. Okay, same sign. Use the sign of the integers. Both positive, so positive 11. 8 minus negative 4. Add the opposite of negative 4. So we have 8 plus 4. Again, same sign. We use the sign of the integers. So both positive, so we have positive 12. Negative 12 minus negative 9. Add the opposite of negative 9. So we have negative 12 plus 9. Note the absolute value of negative 12, which is 12, is greater than the absolute value of positive 9. We use the sign of 12, which is negative. 12 minus 9 is 3. So we have negative 3. Illustrative example number 2. 6 minus negative 8. Again, add the opposite of negative 8. So we have 6 plus 8. So that's equal to 14. Same sign. We just use the sign of the integers. Okay, so it's equal to 14. 7 minus negative 5. We add the opposite of negative 5. Okay, same sign. 7 plus 5 is equal to positive 2. Negative 6 minus negative 14. Add the opposite of negative 14. So we have negative 6 plus 14. The absolute value of positive 14 is greater than the absolute value of negative 6. So we use the sign of 14. So 14 minus 6 is positive 8. Number 3. 11 minus negative 6. Add the opposite of negative 6. So we have 11 minus negative 6 is 11 plus 6. Same sign once again. So 11 plus 6. We just use the sign of the integers, both positive, so 17. Positive 17. Negative 14 minus negative 7. Add the opposite of negative 7. So we have negative 14 plus 7. Okay, 14 is greater than 7, or the absolute value of negative 14 is greater than the absolute value of 7. We use the sign of 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. Affix the sign of negative. So we have negative 7. Negative 18 minus negative 9. Add the opposite of negative 9. So we have negative 18 plus 9. The absolute value of negative 18 is greater than the absolute value of positive 9. So we use the sign of 18. So we come up with negative 9. Since 18 minus 9 is 9, and the sign of 18 is negative. Okay? Now, let's have illustrative example number 4. Evaluating expressions with integers. Evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable negative 6 minus x for x equals negative 2. Negative 6 minus x. Substitute negative 2 for x. So we have negative 6 minus negative 2. Since x is equal to negative 2. Add the opposite of negative 2. So we have negative 6 plus 2. So 6 is greater than 2. Use the sign of negative 6. So 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, copy the sign of negative 6. So we have negative 4. Now let's have illustrative example number 5. Evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable y minus 4 for y equals negative 3. Substitute negative 3 for y. So negative 3 minus 4. Add the opposite of 4. So negative 3 plus negative 4. So we have negative 7. Same sign, use the sign of the integers. Both are negative. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Just affix the negative sign. So we have negative 7. Illustrative example number 6. Evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. Negative 8 minus n for n equals 9. Negative 8 minus n is substitute 9 for n. Negative 8 minus 9. We add the opposite of 9. So negative 8 plus negative 9. Same sign, use the sign of the integers. Both are negative. So 8 plus 9 is 8 plus 9 is 17 rather. So we have negative 17 since they are both negative. Again, I would like to thank you for watching and stand by for my next tutorial. Stay safe everyone and may God bless us all.